Alrighty. Chocolate peanut butter whiskey? Yeah. It's Monday. The more I think about the live streams, the more I start to think that they're turning me into an alcoholic. Not really. I mean, I really don't drink all that much throughout the week. And I don't drink to get, like, plastered, so. Because I hate throwing up. More than anything. Oh, ooh. Burns going down. I had chili for dinner, so dropping whiskey on top of that, I don't know. That's going to be an adventure, that's for sure. That would be horrible coming back up, wouldn't it? Chili and whiskey. Ugh. Now look, I'm live. No shit. So, anywho, I don't really have a topic for today. It is the last week of October, and I am going to do as much as humanly possible to get done. I've got my ebook to finish writing, which is just about done. The fun part's going to be formatting all of it, but thanks to Ron, I was able to play around with Kindle Create. So, hey Diana, hey, it's Captain Michael. He's sporting his seafaring shirt, no less. Yeah, aye, matey, that it be. I am wearing my seafaring shirt, and actually, I have a gift from someone that on the shelf behind me that would be perfect for it. Hi, and Neo's here. She made it. Yay! A yo ho ho and a bottle of peanut butter whiskey. Arr, that it be. I've got my peanut butter whiskey and my chocolate whiskey. Because I'm not a big fan of rum. But that's okay. I'll drink my whiskey. Almost bought, see, we went to Spirit today, and I almost bought a pirate outfit so that I can do, so when I stream Raft, I can do the whole pirate thing. So, but I did buy, it's actually sitting in my living room right now. It's this wine glass. It's a dragon on it. I wanted to get the vampire one, but I only had enough money to get one, and they were like, this one, the vampire one, and there was a pirate one that had a skull on it that looked really awesome. And then I bought, what else did I buy? Well, I bought an axe to put into my pumpkin. So if you follow me on Instagram, I will be posting the pumpkin carving. Well, I've already carved it, but now I gotta put the axe on top of his head. It's gonna be cool looking. What else? I think I bought the girls some stuff. God, I spent like a ton of money. Wanted to get a light, but I didn't have enough money for that. I bought some teeth that I wanted to try putting in. Is that it? Yeah, I think that was it. Yes, Michael, talk like a pirate. It adds to the mood. It does add to the mood. It depends on the mood, actually. Sometimes I'm not in the mood, but sometimes I am. Especially when I'm playing Raft. Which isn't really a pirate game, but I'm on the ocean, so it works. I really need to get like Sea of Thieves. I think that'd be fun to do. Why the hell is my a picture message? I'm looking Facebook going off. Yeah. Everybody's haha on my answer. Yeah, what was it? I was in the, okay. Yeah. So the person running the meetup group that I belong to on Facebook was asking if who's fake, and just say that you're not fake so they can go through and clean up the accounts, because Facebook is full of fake accounts. It's really easy. If you right click, if you're using Google Chrome, right click it, search image in Google, and I mean, it's just the basic. You can come across all kinds of fake accounts. But everybody's haha on my answer since I I'm not fake, though. I think dating would be easier if I were. Probably get more response. If I was a bot. Ooh, that is a good looking. That's a Sunday. God, I can just feel my left ventricle of my heart slamming shut right now. Looks good though. Anywho, have you seen The Last Unicorn? It has a pirate cat in it. No, I don't think I've seen that one. There was a unicorn costume where it looked like you sit in it and looked like you're riding this unicorn. I'm thinking I could grab my Deadpool jammy bottoms and wear that unicorn and be just like off my shirt. Deadpool riding a rainbow, a unicorn. Good stuff. I did get a $5 bonus from Vocal today. Oh, heartburn. Oh. I'm telling you, the whiskey on top of chili is not going well. But anyway, I got a $5 bonus from Vocal today for the article that I wrote. So, I don't know. I've made like 40 something dollars on it so far. It's kind of cool. Maybe I ought to write more on it. It's an animated film from 1982, highly underrated. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen it. So, I don't know. I wasn't into like stuff like that when I was little, like Care Bears and shit like that. I wasn't really like you had to twist my arm to watch Captain Kangaroo. When I was little, I didn't really Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I wasn't into Sesame Street. I was more into more young adult and adult stuff as a kid. So, well, unless it came to cartoons, I was into Transformers, Voltron, and Underdog was a big one. It's also where I met Merlove Schmendrick, the magician. Awesome. Cool. Yo, peeps. Hey, Nat, how's it going? I was just talking about my new fictional boyfriend. Wow. It's good that I stopped because that is not the word I read. I need glasses badly. Anyway, so yeah, that's about all I've done. I didn't get nearly as much from Spirit as I wanted to. I think what I'm going to start doing though is I'm going to start sticking aside money in my savings account so that next time I go to Spirit next year, I can blow $1,500 for the hell of it. And if I stick to my guns, I'll have that much money for Christmas too. And it also depends on how much money I make on everything else. Like I said, I got a bonus from Vocal, so I'm getting a little bit of money rolling in from there. I sold a link on my gaming website for $50 last week. So I'm going to open that up and add some more stuff. So I don't know. We'll see how much money I make. I know that once I'm in the partnership program from YouTube, I'll make a whole $10 a month. So it adds up. I'm doing well, chilling. That's awesome. Working on some spooky shorts for Halloween. Cool. I was thinking about doing some too, but I want to get my ebook done before I dive too much into other stuff. Unfortunately, I won't be able to work on any Halloween stories. The Fiction Awards contest that I'm in for Vocal ends on December 29th. And then I'm participating in NaNoWriMo next month. So I have to come up with a whole new novel for that. On top of writing Despair and finishing 7. So I'm going to be doing a lot of writing in the next couple of months. Michael, why are the best men fictional? I'm not fictional. I'm real. I'm as real as it gets. Hey, Angela, how's it going? I don't know, because people write them to be best. That's one thing I don't like. It's like, oh, the best ones are taken. You're not looking hard enough. Or maybe you need to lower your expectations of what best is. Oh, I just love ghost stories. Me too. So I watched Charlotte Dobre on YouTube, and she posted one was ghost stories from TikTok, and there's a couple of them in there that made my gave me goosebumps. And last night I streamed Phasmophobia with the girls on Colorado Plays, and that game scares the shit out of me. So there were times where it like yeah, it made me jump, goosebumps and everything. Ooh, it's a great game, and I'll be playing that with my son Ty on Sunday, and he's going to be using the VR version, so he's going to cry in the corner when he's done. But I love Phasmophobia. Fictional are the best because you can delete and rewrite them, right? Like if you don't like he has a scar, erase that. I have realistic expectations. I don't expect my boyfriend to be a magician. You never know. Some of the best men are magicians. I am. An illusionist of sorts. Anyway, yeah. So I've got like a lot of writing. I don't know what I want to do though. There's so many ideas that I have saved. Unfortunately, the contest on vocals is only 4,000 words, and I'm like, I don't know if I can fit a decent story in 4,000 words, but I did Predator and Prey in 3,000 on Wattpad. So I could do it. I just have to come up with a new idea. And then the NaNoWriMo for November, I have no idea. I've got like a ton of ideas, so I don't know which one I want to stick with and try it. Probably going to be an ebook after I publish this first one. So you're a magician in a sense. I guess you could say that. Yeah, there's let's see. I'm trying to think. A lot of different ideas. I don't know what to do. First thing I want to do is finish my ebook first. That'll be this week. And then start November 1st, next Monday, with the new story. New novel. And then figure out how I'm going to do the fictional contest on top of that. Now with NaNoWriMo, it's only, you have to commit like 50,000 words in a month. I can do that in my sleep. So it's only 1,667 words a day. And most of my blog posts hit that anyway. So I can write that before I even before I even go to the gym. And since I don't have to do a ton of research, it depends on the story. As opposed to a blog post, though. Like a blog post requires a lot more research, I think. So, doing the new novel starting November 1st is going to be nothing. I just got to try to balance it with the new story for vocal, because I would love to be one of the 25 that they choose. That's $5,000, plus I'm published in their book of short stories. So I think it's going to be an awesome. If anything, I bet I could probably write something that'll get me more reads and make more money on vocal anyway. So no matter what, I win. So I'm happy. Do you know who Snufkin is? Oh, there we go. Diana and her Snufkins. She actually shared the video, right, on YouTube of that. So, hey, Ron's here. How's it going, Ron? Oh, and what else? I think that's about it. I want to be doing a ton of freaking writing. Like, a lot. That's going to be running 2 stories side by side all month in November. And plus whatever I do on the blogs. So, and trying to do the vocal stuff. Oh, wow. I think I might have, I don't know, bitten off a little bit more than I could chew, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, the 4,000 word story doesn't have to be done until December 29th. And then the NaNoWriMo thing is just committing to 50,000 words of a new novel starting throughout November. So, yeah, it's not going to be nothing. I hope. Calling me a straw man? Hey. Oh. He spelled it with an A. Hey. Hey. My vocal media sounds amazing. Yeah, it is. It kind of. So far, I've made, let's see, when you write 10 articles, you get a bonus of $10. If they decide to use one of your stories in their social media, you get a $5 bonus. And then you can get tips from people. I've gotten one tip so far. You make a little bit of money from reads. And I got a bonus today because they liked my article. So I got a $5 bonus on top of that. So I don't know, if you consistently keep writing on vocal, you can actually make decent money. That I know of. I haven't really dove too much into it, so that's what this whole experience is all about. So we'll see, but dog, no, my less than superlative typing skills coming into play. Hey, it happens. Mine too. Like, especially in speaking. Like, I am a way better writer than I am a speaker, which you've probably seen from all my videos. There's a reason why I have a ton of jump cuts. It's so much easier to write than it is to record. The prize money sounds incredible. Yeah, $5,000. They're picking 25 people to be put into their book of short stories. That'll be out in like February, or they pick the winners in February. I have to look it up again. But they have a book that's coming out soon. They're going to pick 25 winners out of it. Each one of those people get $5,000 and their story in Vocal's book. So just having my story in their book is reason enough for me to write. So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for being, plus 1,000 people will get a free year of the Vocal Plus membership was $100 value, and Vocal Plus lets you earn more money per read. They take out less of a percentage of your tips and a few other things that I can't think of offhand. But it's a big long list of good stuff. I can bend my little finger on my left hand, dislocate that finger playing baseball. My dad did that to his playing basketball. He jammed his pinky finger and it like completely came out. It's like all, but he pulled it and put it back into socket. This is also the man that super glued his tooth back into his head. So yeah. I don't think I've ever done that though. I have a torn rotator cuff from a freezer, but that's a whole different story. I had my toe stapled into the ground by a horse. She busted it up pretty good. And then I broke my hand fighting with a girlfriend back when I was like 17, 18, something like that. Only bones ever broke my body. Have you seen samples of my writing? I don't remember if you're familiar with my style. I don't think I have. I don't think I've read anything of your writing. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think so. Mine is all over Wattpad. Ish. That was like for a long time ago. Despair is the most common, or is the most recent thing. Much better written than Despair. Oh look, a Zoosk member wants to meet me. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Probably want more iTunes cards or Venmo or whatever the hell the scam is nowadays. Did I at least send you? Yeah, I've pulled. Okay, hold on. I have pulled on that finger. Oh, many times trying to get back into place, but no luck with that. Yeah, Dad had to yank his. it was nasty as hell. Crunch. Like, whatever. My toe. I remember my toe being out of socket. I know that ribbon smashed it pretty good. And then like 2 weeks later, Sam pulled on it and re-broke it. Oh my God. I was watching TV. So there was no adrenaline rush or anything. She's like, and I thought I was going to throw up. It was horrible. My hand, when it snapped in half, you can probably see the little dip right here. That's where it broke. And The doctor wanted to put a metal plate in it. I'm like, no. I should have, because that would have been cool. I could weld claws to it. Nah. Like, no, just give me a cast. And I healed within 2 weeks, so I took it off the cast so I can fill out applications because I was looking for a job. I can't write without my right hand. Still. Didn't I at least send you my date profile? That's actually some of my best writing. I don't think I ever saw your dating profile. No, unlike OkCupid, I don't think you did. Yeah. Dating profiles. I'm getting so tired of filling out dating profiles. Like, and like with the Facebook groups are virtually a joke because the men to woman ratio is like 30 to 1, and that's not including the numerous bots that flood Facebook. You think a tech giant would be better at identifying that kind of crap, you know? Especially when most of the time, it's a simple right-click search Google image. Will show you all you need to know, and it's not even. It doesn't even take that much. I don't know. It's a waste of time. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what I want to write for vocal. A 4,000 word story. It's pretty short, and on average, when you're writing in something like LibreOffice, the average page is 750 words. I was able to do 3,000 for Wattpad. That was in Predator and Prey, which I'm going to wind up fleshing out, making it longer. But I don't know what to do with this next one. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I have until the 29th. And I think I did Predator and Prey over the weekend. So as soon as I get an idea, I can crank one out over the weekend. So I just have to come up with a good one. Something that'll be gripping. That'd be cool, wouldn't it, though? Don't think I wouldn't brag about that. I'd make like 5 or 6 videos about it. Blog posts. I will. Oh yeah, I will market the shit out of that. So we'll try it. In any case, I'm still making a little bit of money on top of vocal. So in fact, let's take a look to see how much. Probably not a lot. I don't know if anything I've written recently has any reads on it. It is hot in here. It's 77. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I got a $10 bonus from joining Vocal Plus right now. Yeah, I've only made like 14 cents. I don't make shit per month on this. The highest I got was in January. I made 41 cents. And then February I made 30 cents. I made 44 in April. It all depends on how many reads you get. But I got a $5 tip, and I got the $5 because they shared it on Facebook and Twitter. Then I got a top story for a $5 bonus. $10 for writing my 10th story on Vocal. And then I got a tip from somebody reading my Being a Stress Eater Really Sucks article. Because it does. I hate being a stress eater. It blows. So far I've made $42.17. And I can withdraw that right now into my Stripe account. I don't remember how to log into my Stripe account. Guess I better figure that out. But I went ahead and joined Vocal Plus because there's more writing challenges for Vocal Plus members than for free. And I was thinking about trying a couple of these other ones. Like there's one here that's write a short horror fiction story set in or near a body of water. That'd be pretty easy. But there's only 8 days left. The grand prize is $5,000. Problem is I've got so much going on. I want to finish the ebook this week, so I'm not going to be able to join any of these until later. So I guess that all depends on what next week challenges are. Woo! Alrighty. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I was just wondering if you think there's a place for me on Vocal. It seems like the people who win contests write about politics. Negative. You're looking at the wrong contest then. I'll just close it. Okay, let me look it up. The last winners, the challenges. Okay, so there was one first place in Graveyard Smash Challenge, second place Graveyard Smash Challenge, first place in Employee of the Month, Animal Pet Article. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I think you're looking at the wrong page because there is like no challenges for politics. Doing an evil deep dive. Vocal summer fiction series. Oh, that'd been fun. Create a short fiction story including a slice of chocolate cake. Oh, I could have done that one. Share your favorite recipes from around the world. Tell us about what fulfills you and why people should support your passion. Members only. $22,000 grand prize. Holy fuck. Maybe I should have joined sooner. That'd have been awesome. Write a short piece of dystopian fiction involving a heart-shaped locket. Oh, I could have done that. That's $20,000. And some of these fucking challenges are pretty hefty. Well, not vocal specifically. I just mean writing contests in general. The winner seems to be about something culturally relevant. Not from the ones I've seen. I don't know what you're looking at, but not me. Had to reinstall LibreOffice. Gave me a message. soffice.exe was file corrupted. Reinstall LibreOffice. Hope it works this time. Oh, that's crappy. I've never had a problem with Libre. I have to upgrade it. I haven't updated it in a long time. Let's see, Michael, why do they give out so much money? Because they have it? I don't know. Ask them. Most of the challenges are $1,000 and $5,000 prizes. Okay, here's one that's 10, 5, 1, 1, 1, 20. There's another 20,000 one. Create a fiction story about someone who unexpectedly comes into a large sum of money involving a mysterious small black box. See, I could write all kinds of shit like that. Yeah, way to get a load of me. I'm looking forward to doing some of these though. Workout playlist. Create a playlist that helps keep you moving. See, I could have done that easy, especially nowadays. Because I've been doing a lot of that. Costume contest. Show off your grandest, most terrifying, most hilarious Halloween costume of all time. That must have been last year's. Share a time in your life where a physical change marked a new beginning. Yeah. That was probably when my heart stopped. Telling you, that made a big difference in shit. Oh, yeah. Some of these Halloween ones are pretty neat. Anyway. Okay, well, I can definitely email you some of my rating, and you can tell me what you think. You could, I guess. That sounds like Great Expectations. Yeah, kind of. OG Celebrity Crush. Cool. Anyway, I'm looking forward to doing the fiction one that, you know, God, it's a lot. Okay. I don't see the free ones though. I know they've done free ones before. Oh, there's one. State Astray. It's a free one. That was for vocal, the free version of vocal. Tell us how you rescued your beloved pets and share their adoption story. I was actually going to write one about Merriweather before she died, but I never got around to writing it. Here's another free one. Share your most fascinating fun fact or obscure wisdom that others probably don't know. See, there's a few of the free, local free ones. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. Making some... If anything, it's going to give me content for the channel or the blog, so... I colored an older lady's hair, changed her life. She got a date, ended up with a BF at 62 years old. Hey! So what you're saying is that I could still wait 20 years? I'm not going to color my hair. Maybe I just need to get the hell out of my house. That'd be good. I told her she looked like Lucille Ball. Awesome. So she said, okay, diet red. Not kidding. It was life-changing. Gave her a lot of confidence. Hey. That's cool. Yeah. It worked. Sometimes it's all it takes. And that was amazing. But also kind of, not really. If you would have been paying attention to some of the topics I was, oh fuck. I'm telling you, having the whiskey on top of the chili is not, it's not working. Anyway, we're talking about the topics in vocal. So her story did fit that topic. So, nah. But look who's talking. Yeah. The story asked for a physical change that was life-changing. It could make a good story. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, oh yeah. Even at 62, that actually probably would have did really well. So yeah. There's all kinds of fun stuff on vocal. But I need to start writing on it. Today I spent most of my day at, I was at Spirit, then I had to do Green Gate stuff, then put the lights in the pumpkins. I had to edit a couple of articles, and I can't remember what I did after that. Not a whole hell of a lot. Not as much as I should have. So the fun part is I'm trying to break up all my ebook into chapters so I can go through. I'm going to go through each chapter one by one. I'm going to feed it through Grammarly, I guess. That'll be the next blog post I write, is editing your own work, because I had afforded an editor. So I'll have Sam read over the first draft and then feed it into Grammarly after that. And then I'll read it again, and then we'll slap it into Kindle Create and then upload it to Kindle. Yay. So lots of stuff going on. She walked in, her regular 62-year-old with gray hair, walked out looking 10 years younger, a flaming redhead that could change things. Yeah, I bet. I'm going to grow old gracefully. Ish. I wouldn't call it graceful, but, you know, I'm getting there. Get gray in the beard. So I was playing around on Twitter, and someone said, yeah, men with gray in their beard is sexy AF. Like, pfft, liar. She lied. I don't know. I'm to the point where I just don't care anymore. I'm not even... I haven't really bothered looking. I have too much going on right now, I think. I want to get the ebook done. I have a short story and a book to write before the end of the year. And want to get more videos up on YouTube. And I'm going to wrap myself up in my work. On a side note, I want to do a cursed object story. Ooh. Like, I love Warehouse 13. Oh, that was one of my favorite shows in sci-fi. Especially when they did the crossovers with Eureka. So yeah, that'd be awesome. Not sure what object. They've mostly been done. Cursed cars, cursed dolls, cursed artifacts. I actually, I'm not gonna. I don't want to go too far into it, but um, something like that is in 7, the final chapter of 7 that I'm writing. Ish. It's. I wouldn't say it's cursed. Okay, I just want to have to rant a bit. Writing entries should be judged based on the story, writing quality, not the ethnicity of the author. I just hate diversity. I hate it what it stands for. Uh, where are you writing? I have yet to come across anything that says anything about that. So I don't know. You need to stop hanging out with freaking right wingers. There's nothing, nowhere in vocals challenges does it say you have to be a certain ethnicity. So I don't know what's prompting that. So, um, yeah, maybe they make beard dye. It's just a pain in the ass because most men, the facial hair grows so fast. It's like 3 days. Yeah, it'd be pointless. Like I, if I normally shave, it's every 3 or 4 days. But I don't like to shave it all off. I like to get the scruffy look. So yeah, I mean, dyeing a beard at that point is dumb. It's a waste of time and money. Reading an article about vocal media contests. Okay. Uh, Still, sorry, I don't want to die. Have a lot of diversity in my stories, but I don't do the diversity checklist crap. I don't either. It's like, well, you don't have any gay characters. And that's because the story didn't call for one. It doesn't matter. Imagine the main character's gay if that makes you happy. Your the character's sexuality shouldn't even play into it depending on the story. So I don't know. Imagine what you will. The left wingers are obsessed with race. Just saying. Maybe actually both sides are if you think about it. And yeah, if people want to write all white or all black characters, it's their business. Yeah, exactly. Um, I like when I write a story like with let me think. Okay, a good one is Wrath. One of the characters in Wrath is a big buff black guy. Now the reason why I made him there is because when I write, I envision what actor is going to play what part. Like I'm already going through the screenplay. And so when I wrote the character, I had uh, Michael Duncan in mind. And he was, before he died, great actor. He was the big guy in Shawshank Redemption. Um, he played in Daredevil as Kingpin with Ben Affleck. Bunch of movies. But I've always been a big fan of Michael Duncan, whole 9 yards. Um, so that's who I envision. So like if I envision a character that's a certain color or whatever that would fit that part, that's how I'm gonna write it. So, but yeah, I envision screenplays as as I'm writing. Also, honestly, a lot of white people do write cheesy, stereotypical minorities just to be trendy. Depends on the stereotype. Stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason because most of the time they're true. I know I probably need a lot of hate for that, but a lot of stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. But yeah, I agree that some, especially like men writing romance novels. Wow, if that's my competition, then I got my work cut out for me. Yeah, I'm just saying that a story shouldn't have a better chance of winning just because it has LGBTQ characters of color. That's stupid. I have yet to see that, so I don't know what article you're reading. If it's on Bob's blog, maybe stop and like I don't want to say do your research because even then, if you don't collaborate the information, you're still there's so much fake crap out there nowadays. It's hard to tell what's true anymore. But just because you read it on the internet doesn't mean it's true. Bonjour. It's one of my favorite commercials of all time. Look that one up. Good story is just a good story. Exactly, Nat. It's like when I write, yeah, I don't try to placate to anybody. I just write. If people like it, they like it. If not, they don't. So read somebody else's book. Like I tweeted earlier. What was it? A few days ago, I tweeted out to somebody that you should just write the story that your fans want to read. It doesn't really matter if you're not going to make everybody happy, just your fans. So that's who you aim for. I got in the same trap about writing Native Americans. One person had an issue, never read my stuff. Anyone who read it liked it. Yeah. Some people get like butt hurt for other races that aren't even theirs. I'm like, that's a common theme. So, like, my God, I hate social justice warriors. You're going to include a table of contents and images in your ebook? Table of contents, yes. Images, probably not. My first ebook is based on how I got started writing, how I first got started into freelance writing, and the sheer amount of depression I faced over the past decade, and had to work through everything, and how I had to push myself to get to where I'm at, and it's rough. But I don't have any images to go with that, so. Talked to a Navajo friend of mine. Hey! I hung out with Navajos for a whole summer at Job Corps. Fucking awesome people. I love Vita. They were fun. Anyway, one person had an issue never read. Okay, talking to Navajo. She was like, I wish more people wrote stories about Navajos. They're interesting, and she gave me some great info. Yeah. I got to learn a lot of Navajo, and they were teaching me bad stuff. The guys kept teaching me all the really dirty words and shit to say in Navajo, and Vita, one of the women that were there, was getting pissed off at them because she wanted to teach me more of, proper stuff that I would actually use if I ever went to the reservation. And so there would be a constant. It was fun. I'll just leave it at that. Thank you for speaking common sense. It's on Medium. Yeah, well, there you go. Because Medium is full of truth sayers, especially if it's on Medium, because they have a vested interest on bashing Vocal, because Vocal is essentially Medium's competitor. So, I don't know, at that point you'd want to find some more sources and find some data, collaborating data to base what their information's on. And if you can't cite information or facts, I don't trust the post. Always cite your information. So I was worried about offending a group, but when a few Native Americans read it, nobody said it was offensive. Exactly. So just say, fuck it. Move on. Shawshank Redemption. He was in the Green Mile. I say Shawshank. I meant Green Mile. I did. Oh my God. Did I really say Shawshank? I swear I said Green Mile. I'm awfully tired now, boss. I even have the whole movie in my head. I can't believe I said Shawshank. Though Morgan Freeman would be awesome, though. But that's not the character I wrote. So, but yeah. Thank you, Pat. I can't believe I said that. I'm gonna have to I don't remember. I didn't say that. I think you're lying. I feel like an ass. I am LGBTQ, so yeah, I write about hetero and bi and gay characters. So what? Yeah, exactly. If people don't like my diversity, they probably a bigot, of which I could give a fuck. Exactly, write for your audience. I mean, if that's what people want to read that you write, then what does it matter? And like another person was like, I'm leaving Twitter because all I'm following is other writer accounts and my competition. I'm like, and that's why I tweeted, don't view other writers as competition. That's just dumb. Every writer has a unique style, a unique audience, and you should just focus on that. I don't view other writers as my competition. I view them as inspiration. Like Stephen King. I love Stephen King. I would love to write that well. I will probably never reach that plateau, but I don't view him as competition. I don't view anybody as competition because everybody has a unique audience. It shouldn't matter. Yeah, it shouldn't. Bingo. If people don't like it, don't read my books. Exactly. I write horror. It's offensive for many reasons. Yeah. I'm telling you, read Gluttony. If you want to get grossed out. If I was worried about offending people, I wouldn't write horror. Yeah. If I wasn't worried about offending people, I wouldn't have wrote Gluttony. But yeah, it's yeah. 7 is definitely not PC. These days, it's impossible to say anything without offending someone. Yeah, well, you can offend anybody at any point in time. What it is nowadays is everybody's so eager to kiss each other's ass and to make everybody happy that they bend over backwards to apologize. No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to. I said something wrong. I'm sorry you feel bad about it, but I'm not going to fucking apologize. I said what I said. Eat shit. I hate that kind. Ooh, I'm gonna go on a rant. Go. No, no, no. Stop. Anyway, these days, okay, I write about blood, guts, murder, monsters, demons, and the worst of humanity. So do I. So if people get bent out about the race in my stories, they're an idiot. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Nat. Yeah. I don't really like when I'm writing part of my story. I never once does anything come into my mind. Is this going to offend somebody? And then I just write it. Like if they get offended, oh well. Don't buy the book. But the people who like my shit will buy the book, so that's all that matters. I said Shawshank, but you know what I meant. See, I didn't mean. I said Shawshank. It's definitely Green Mile. I can't believe I did that. Both those are like among my favorite movies. So I even have the scenes in my head. I don't know why I said Shawshank. They're both written by Stephen King. Maybe that's what it was. Hey, KDC, how's it going, buddy? They are billions of readers and not nearly as many writers. Yeah. Think about it. Readers read, writers read. There will always be more readers than writers. Pretty much. I love it when you rant. Yeah. So does Sam. She wants to record videos of me ranting. But, yeah, don't ever be worried about offending somebody when you're writing. I mean, it just, it's the story. The story matters. It's like, what was I went off on, about like the whole Batwoman thing that's been going on, how they're blaming cis men because of the ratings on Batwoman tanking. No, they're tanking because the writers of Batwoman sucked ass. That's why. Has nothing to do with being LGBTQ. It has to do with the writing was fucking horrible. That is where an issue is. I don't care, about superhero sexuality. I care about story. If the story doesn't make sense or is dumb, then yeah, I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to read it. So today was rough, Michael. Last week was great, but it was pouring a lot today, literally and figuratively. See, I haven't had a good rainstorm in a while. I love the rain. I'm going to move to Great Britain just so I could rain. Or Washington. Seattle's pretty expensive. My job goes with me anywhere, so it doesn't matter where I live. I love Colorado, though. Horror is offensive to a special kind of crowd. Yeah. Yep. Has anyone heard what that young firefighter said about Halloween Kills movies? Or Halloween Kills movie? No. I don't. I didn't see any of that. Why would anyone read horror if they're offended by horror? Right? Batwoman is crap. It's horrible. I'm telling you, it was. It's bad. And there's a reason why a lot of the DC movies don't do nearly as well as Marvel. Is because they're writers and they're directors. Or the writing especially. I mean, it's cringy. It has nothing to do with having Is she lesbian or is she bi in Batwoman? Anyway, it doesn't matter what her sexuality is. It's the scripts that she has. So yeah, it's raining in Vegas. Oh, I want it to rain. It's nice. I bet. I would love the rain. I love rain. I can't wait for snow. I love the snow. I love Colorado. I love my winters. 4 feet of snow last year, and there's a picture on Instagram of me shoveling it. It was great. I love Christmas. Oh, I can't wait for Christmas. The date with oh yeah, your date. The date with my right. The date with my ex coworker was good. Awesome. She wants to do it again. Well, there you go, buddy. I'm thinking about taking her to one of those drive-in movie theaters next. Oh, bow bow. Awesome, KDC. That's cool. I wish I had an ex coworker to take out. It rained for 3 days. Now it's the storm is moving to you guys. I'm hoping. Of course, by the time it gets here, it's going to turn to snow and sleet. The young kid said he was an aspiring firefighter and his parents are retired firefighters. But in the movie, the firemen get killed. Opening scene, he asked to have it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. In Halloween at the very beginning. That's right. Like, that there is stupid as fuck. At that rate, you might as well not have any horror movies because Michael Myers is going to kill somebody. And everybody can, like, throw offense to it. I had a problem with one of the scenes from Aliens vs. Predator a long time ago is when the aliens were in the hospital in the maternity ward with the infants. That scene bothered me, but I still watched the fucking movie. I didn't boycott it. It was, some of the best horror will really affect you deeply. It can scar you and get PTSD from a good horror book. But I hate it when people, it's a fucking movie, people. Get a grip. But yeah, I saw that. And that's fucking ridiculous. I mean, I hate when people feel the need to insert diversity into books, movies, etc., just to feel relevant. Yeah, if it's part of the plot or part of the story, like if you're writing a love story between two women, then yeah, obviously that's going to be part of the damn book. But just to make some random guy gay because you want to placate to the minorities, I mean, if it doesn't have anything to do with the damn story, then why add it? It's filler. So. Like Disney, who would they add? I'm not sure which movie you're talking about on that one, but I bet sounds like something Disney would do. Depends on why it's there. Exactly. If it has anything to do with the plot, or maybe a subplot, or if it's something specific to what's going on in the book, then, or the movie in this case, then yeah, I could see it. But just to throw it out there, I don't know. So like, seriously, how many cops has been killed and you don't see them bitching, right? Like, go through every horror movie in the past 50 years, and I bet you the body count for cops is a hell of a lot higher than it is for firefighters. Fuck, just the Friday the 13th movies alone probably racked up a ton of cop body counts. Shit, even comedies will rack up a body count. I mean, you're going to take offense to those too? It's a fucking movie, people. Don't watch it. Exactly. We also should make every character hetero and white just to avoid offending people who hate diversity of white movies. That I don't. Well, like I said, there was that scene in Seven that I wrote for Wrath where I envisioned Michael Duncan playing that part, and we talking to the chick, and that's how my brain works. Is that I will write, and I have actors already ready for certain parts. So I don't know. He was a big black guy with a lot of power, And so that's what I wanted in that part of the story. I He was a good actor. I liked him. I liked him a lot. Loved him in Whole Nine Yards. Shame. It's gonna be sad when like Samuel L. Jackson or Morgan Freeman dies. They're both awesome. I would. Oh, maybe that's what I should do. I should write a book and envision Sam Jackson. Say what again? Disney movies really lacked diversity in the past. Yeah, they did. But you know, if you think about it, a lot of Disney's popular movies came from the 30s, 40s, and 50s and 60s. So yeah, there's going to be that lack of diversity. And then you have Song of the South, which a lot of people hated. They think it's racist. I loved it. I still love it to this day. It's a classic. I used to have a teacher in second grade, Miss Sadie White. She was a 5 foot tall black woman with a lot of fire, a lot of anger. But she was one of the best teachers I ever had. And she would read us Song of the South, and she used to do all the accents and everything. She was an amazing teacher. I miss her, and she was a lot of fun. I went to school with her son in high school. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like the first in the past, the older cartoons actually had a lot of low key sexism and racism. Yeah. So it's good Disney is steering away from that. I can see it. Some of it though, like there was a lot of it that was blatant, but you got to remember this was like 60 years ago. So you can't boycott something just because it happened before they decided to change. You know, I'm still a big fan of those, and the old, the old Bugs Bunny cartoons too. Yeah. Yeah, me too. LOL. It's not liberals complaining about Disney, by the way. It's mostly angry mommies with kids. Yeah, it's millennials. Most of the problems nowadays can be pointed at millennials. Just kidding. Let's see. It's still great art, even Song of the South. It's just problematic, and it was back then too. Yeah, I can see how it could be taken that way. But you also got to keep in mind when you're watching movies like that, like with Song of the South or Gone with the Wind, when you're watching those older movies, you also have to keep in mind that it was a different time back then. So you can't go into it with the same mentality. You kind of have to say, okay, and take a little bit of a step back and realize, you know, this is how things were back then. And so, I don't know. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. The whole Tar Baby scene was hilarious as a kid. Yeah. I just, I forgot about that. I just didn't understand the history of it back then. Not many people did. No. Yeah, you're right. Mace Windu will always be my favorite Samuel L. Jackson character. Yes, I love Mace Windu. I want a purple lightsaber. So did he. I liked Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, and I love him as. I wasn't sure if I was going to like him as Nick Fury, because I grew up with Hasselhoff playing Nick Fury, but Samuel L. Jackson nailed it. Yeah, the man's amazing. I love him. I can forgive old art and movies. If people do certain things these days, like wearing blackface, they know better. Yeah. I think some things are taken a little bit too far, though, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. There was one a few months ago on Twitter. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is one of my small rants. Is Chris Hemsworth. A few years ago, he was bitched at on Twitter because he dressed up as a Native American at a Lone Ranger themed Halloween party. And then he got on and proceeded to apologize that he didn't want to offend the Native Americans by dressing up as a fucking Indian at a Halloween party. No, This is what pisses me off. I lost a little bit of respect for Chris Hemsworth at that point because I am not going to apologize for dressing up as a fucking Indian. I'm sorry you took offense to it. It's Halloween, you fucking assholes, with a movie that is centered around the Wild West. It is the Lone Ranger. How? Everybody's supposed to dress up as the Lone Ranger? No. Ugh. Anyway, I will never apologize for shit like that. He shouldn't either. Ugh. I almost went on a China one. Totally unrelated. About how everybody bends over backwards to make Chinese people and make the Chinese government happy. I just watched an episode of Last Week Tonight about Taiwan, so that one ruffled my feathers. Anyway, that probably offended a lot of people. I think people read too much into things. Exactly. If some politician wears blackface at a frat party and gets fired for it years later, that's on him, not me. He knew better. It depends on how far back. I mean, people are going back to like the 80s and 70s for shit now. I'm like, we can't evolve as a human, as a species. Like, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Just, I think some things are taken way too far, I think. Yes, Michael, that's ridiculous. Some people were upset about the Annie remake with a black cast. I watched it. It was a good remake. I usually hate remakes. The kid had an amazing voice. I don't think I've ever watched. I didn't even know they remade Annie. So, I don't know. Like I've said it before, where I wasn't sure if I was going to like a black Jim West. I grew up with, well, Jim West being white. So I wasn't really too sure if I was going to like the change. Because I'm all about, if you want to make a gay superhero, make a new gay superhero. Don't try to change something that already exists. So, like with the same with color. But I really liked, yes, I'm one of the few people in the world that really liked Wild Wild West with Will Smith. I'm sorry. It was a good movie. Fuck you. I enjoyed it. But yeah, that's I kind of went into it kind of thinking, I don't know if I was going to like it, but I think he did a good part for what it was. So sometimes go into the movie with a different, what's the word? Oh, I lost it. It's the same thing with Venom. So like with Venom, this has nothing to do with color or LGBTQ. But with Venom, the story of Venom was all related with Spider-Man. And when they made Venom, I was pretty sure I was going to hate it because Spider-Man wasn't anywhere near that movie. And so I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. I really liked Venom. So you got to go into the movie with a different expectation, I think, or no expectations. Just enjoy the movie for what it is. And so, I don't know, I enjoyed it. It's because Americans do not support American movies. Our movies sell better in China than in America because our movies biz here is dead. Yeah. For the most part. Casablanca will always be one of my favorite movies. It only has one black guy in the movie, but I don't care. It's beautiful. Yeah, Nazis. I'm kind of shocked they haven't tried to cancel it because of that. Yeah, that's Humphrey Bogart, man. That's a classic. It's Casablanca. That's an old movie, though. Yeah, it is. Agreed. Make new characters. Don't change existing ones. Exactly that. Like, I have no problem with moving forward. But, make something that's cooler. Like, if you want a gay superhero, then make something that's awesome and just make it your own, Don't try to change one that everybody's already in love with. Move on. But hey, what do I know? I don't placate to people, so that's why I don't make more money than I do. So a bit of a douche. They don't need to make a gay, black, or female James Bond. That one drives me nuts. Just make a new spy character. Yeah, make him he doesn't have to be 007. It's a whole genre, James Bond, but you don't. I don't. It drives me nuts. Like, just make a new one. Yeah. But what it is that nobody has any original ideas anymore, so they try to ride the coattails of something they know already exists that does very well. And so they're going to try to run with James Bond, and I haven't seen the most recent one, No Time to Die, but I heard that it was virtue signaling all over hell, and they ruined James Bond, and so now I'm kind of worried about watching it. I'm a big James Bond fan, but I haven't watched any of the ones with um, the new guy. I can't remember his name for the life of me. Um, right after Pierce Brosnan. So I had I have 21 James Bond movies. I stopped collecting them after that. But I don't know. It just they turned James Bond into more of an assassin than a spy in the most in two movies that I saw, and I didn't like that at all. So, like, but I didn't boycott it. I just didn't watch it. I do want to watch a couple of the more recent ones though, just like Quantum of Solace. I want to see that one. But yeah, I'm not into the whole. We need to make everybody happy, so let's make James Bond a black woman. Daniel Craig, there we go. It's a decent Bond. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really seen Daniel Craig do in Bond, so I'll have to watch it to find out. I am into Sean Connery and Pierce Brosnan, so I'll have to check out Daniel Craig though. And also, they lost Q. That's what Q died, which is sad, but he was, yeah, that's Q Branch. I don't know if I can watch a movie without Q. When remakes stop selling, which they are, they'll have to make good movies again. It's already happening. Yeah, remakes and trying to take comic book movies. Marvel did do an awesome job, and I'm hoping they can keep up the luck. But I would love to see something new. So, yeah, that needs to stop. Michael, that made me roll, or maybe made you lol. Which part? So I went on a couple of rants there. That's why I never pay for a remake when they come out. I usually trash them. Yeah, I'm very. We had this discussion before. There's a few remakes that I found out that I actually didn't mind too bad, but most remakes just no, I can't get into them. So like we just talked about before, Ghostbusters 2016, and now they're all upset because Afterlife is coming out, and so they're like, um, they're still trying to kindle this fire that was um, fanboys and guys who made Ghostbusters 2016 such a crapshoot. Like, no, actually, from the clips that I've seen of it, it had horrible writing as well. So there was no like from what I could tell, there was like no character arcs. Everybody's trying to be the comic relief, which you can't have the entire cast trying to be funny like that. It's like in Ghostbusters, Bill Murray was comic relief. Then you had the three serious scientists. And that also had a little bit of comedy to them, but um, Venkman was the comic relief in Ghostbusters 2016. They all were the comic relief, and it just doesn't work. And I didn't like it because most of the script, they're like the ending fight scene was kind of cool. I thought it was stupid the part where she's flying, the creature picked her up by her feet and she was upside down. She can't find her glasses. Oh wait, they're in my hand. Dumbass line. But I don't know, the action part was kind of cool. I just the the script of it, it was horrible. Um, Turning James Bond into a black woman. I can't get into stuff if I know the ending. The new Ghostbusters look crappy too. I don't know. I don't know about that. From what I've seen, I'm pretty excited to give it a shot. So it's an old idea. Some things can't be remade. Um, That's what I like about this new one. It's not based on a remake. It's kind of an extension of the story. So I would love to see how they go from Ghostbusters 2 to Afterlife. So I'm pretty excited for that. And I love Ecto 1 and the original sound to the proton pack. Makes my nipples hard every time I hear it. Don't Ray Egon. Anyway, see, Ghostbusters already had a black man on the team, kinda. Now he came in later, but I like how it was relatable, especially in that era. If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say. So, but they never had made a big deal about him being black. No, they didn't. It was he was a guy that needed a job. The new Ghostbusters, they're all like, we included a minority, so we're cool now. Yeah. In 2016, they did. I don't. It just the whole plot with the kids and family, blah, looks like cheese. When they try to market shit at kids, then it's a kiddie movie. It probably will be, but I'm gonna reserve my I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I see it. Um, and some of the scenes I've seen so far were pretty good, like the Stove Puff Marshmallow Man biting his finger. I I kind of like cheese sometimes, so it depends. Ghostbusters the original was about adults for adults. Yes, yeah, it was. It wasn't a comedy. It was a serious movie with comedy elements. It had a plot exactly. Oh, I remember watching Ghostbusters when it first came out. The movie theater, Mom took me. God, that was a long time ago. But that opening scene where the librarian comes jumping at the screen, everybody shit their pants. That's how you write an opening to a movie. They don't make shit like that anymore. I'm not into tear jerky family plots. I like horror. I like scares. I like films for grown-ups. Yeah, I could see that. It depends. Sometimes I like movies that touch my feels. I don't watch the Hallmark Channel or anything like that, but there are times where I kind of like touchy feely movies. Depends on who's acting in them. There was one has Ryan Reynolds, Sandra Bullock, and Betty White. Like my three favorite people. The Proposal. That was an awesome movie. But I love Betty White, so I love Betty White in Lake Placid. If I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it. She's a national treasure. And they'll ruin this new one with some overly emotional tear-jerking scene because that's trendy right now. I don't know. There's times where movies surprise me, so it all depends. I'm not gonna jump on the hate wagon yet. I'm gonna wait until it comes out and I'm gonna see it. So we'll just have to see how it goes. And like we said earlier, I mean, not everybody's gonna like every movie. Not everybody's gonna like every book. You're not going to please 100% of the people 100% of the time. Don't even try. And that's what too many people try doing nowadays, though. Pisses me off. Instead of making us feel emotions, movies and cartoons now want to drag people's emotions through the mud, give them PTSD in order to portray emotion scenes. That's a good way of looking at it, I guess. Trying to think of a good one from back in the day that would spark emotion. Yeah, that's a big Twinkie. Winston Zedmore. The first two will always be classics. Yeah. Winston Zedmore, Your Honor. I've only been with these guys for a couple months, but I have seen shit that would turn you white. All YouTube don't like Patrick's comment. How? There's nothing wrong with that. Weird. That is dumb. Oh my god, really? What did? Okay, so Patrick couldn't write "That's a Big Twinkie" by Winston Zedmore. So, does YouTube not like Winston Zedmore, or the fact we're talking about a big Twinkie? I wonder if they're flagging it because it's they're talking about Twinkies, like they're trying to sexualize it. I'm like, no, they're talking about a 500-pound Twinkie, about 100 feet tall. That's a big Twinkie. God, fucking YouTube. Anyway. Hello, it is I, Russian Hunk. There you go, Diana. I'm hard to please, especially with nostalgia. It just makes me bored. It doesn't evolve those happy feelings like it does for most people. I'm just like whatever next. I like nostalgia. I get nostalgia quite a bit. What did Patrick say? It was. Oh, I just said it. That's a Big Twinkie by Winston Zedmore. That was it. That's the only thing he tried to type. Russian Hunk is back. Yes, I have arrived. Time to raise the roof. Raise the roof. But it's that is dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so tired of everybody trying to make everybody happy. It's not going to happen. You can't please 100% of the people 100% of the time. So, why even bother? Be who you are. Why did YouTube censor that? Because you were talking about a Twinkie. I'm wondering if the reason why it got censored was because of maybe it flagged some kind of sexual innuendo. We're talking about big Twinkies. So, go figure. I'm surprised I haven't been censored. I'm a Russian bot. Beats me. But he tried a couple of times. That is so stupid. Man. I don't know if I even have the filter set up too high. I know that I stopped a long time ago. I prevented people from adding links because I was getting spammed with a bunch of fake links. So I turned off the link ability. But I don't think I ever really cranked up the speech shit. I mean, like I say, worse than that, just on a live stream. So you can't say the word Twinkie. No, it looks like you can say the word Twinkie. We just can't call it a big Twinkie. Anything can be sexual in the right context? Yeah, it can. I'm really good at that. Which is why my show is usually for adults only. In fact, all my videos are flagged as adults only. No kids. Sorry. Children shouldn't be watching my show. It depends on the day. Because there's some days where, even though I'm vulgar as fuck, it's a life lesson that'll help you along later on in life. Like, people suck. Hey, let me know if you see my next message. Okay, I see it. Anyway, wow, we just went off like all kinds of a tangent. We're talking about remakes. Oh yeah, but we had this discussion before where there's some remakes that were good. Like I did like Wild Wild West. But yeah, I would love to see something new, a new idea that hasn't been done before. But with as much content that is out there nowadays, I don't know if that's even possible, really. Twinkie, pickle, eggplant. I see you. I see you. I did that in the live stream last night. We were playing, really? Now what? No. Well, I gotta have a client issue real quick. But anyway. Oh, she completely. Why am I getting? Anyway, oh, I said that in the live stream when we were playing Phasmophobia last night. It scared the shit out of my daughter. It was awesome. Did someone say Russia? It's all China's fault. Of course it is. Trying to think if there. Yeah, like I said though, I don't know how deep we can go with new ideas. Like with as much as content's out there between YouTube and streaming services, I mean it's a lot. So I did like the remake of Lost in Space. I liked how they went with the story. It was kind of cool. They went a different way with it. So it's not too bad. I don't think he said that right through. Try putting that's a big, yeah, it's a big Twinkie. OG politics. Everyone's fave. Right? Start blocking the Donald. Not everything needs to be politicized. I have an idea. Let's build a wall. Yeah, because that worked out well, didn't it? I built a wall. No, you repaired 500 feet of it. That part was already there. And now it fell apart. See, that fucking wind knocked it over. Big, beautiful wall. And it lasted 6 months before the wind took it down. Were you not here last time when Donald made an appearance? Hey, just jumping in to ask a really quick question to Angela between flights. I think he's a bot. Okay, well, ask. So the phrase Russian bot triggers him. Because he's looking for a handout. Anyway. Wow. Let's not go too far off on a tangent. Do you think it is ridiculous for me to just come out on Friday after Thanksgiving? We already fucking established this, Sam. Jesus. Beating a dead horse. Change the fucking record. And that's another series of movies I love. I love the Cornetto series. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and last one, World's End. Love those movies. Love Sean Penn and Nick Frost. Not Sean Penn. I don't like Sean Penn. Wow. Where the hell did I come up with that? Oh, Shaun of the Dead. That's where it came out. I wasn't thinking. Okay. Simon Pegg. So I came up with Sean from Shaun of the Dead, and the P was Penn was supposed to be Peg. Hey, this is my train. If you don't like it, you get off. What movie should I take my friend to? Anything that will get her to jump into my lap. You're asking the wrong person, man. If I knew that, I'd have a date. Maybe somebody else can help you, because I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. I'm too old for jumping in people's laps. Want someone besides just your opinion, jerk? Yeah, well, still. KDC, that's amazing that you can date your coworker. Wish I could say the same for myself. It's an ex-coworker. He's not necessarily breaking Rule 12. I'm telling you, Rule 12. Never date a coworker, because too much shit can happen. So it's always a good thing not. So I always stick to Rule 12. But it's an ex coworker, if I remember right. She's not my coworker anymore. She left last week. There you go. See? Nah, that's how it's done. Wait until douchebag quits your business and then hit on him afterwards if his girlfriend's not in the picture. Which he probably is, so just keep that in mind. He's not nuzzling up to you because he's too busy nuzzling up to her. That's why I put in quotes, Michael. Got to go work a flight later, guys. Have fun. I hope Angela... Oh, no, Mom would be happy to see you. Yeah, okay, see? I told you. We've already established that. But no. Sam doesn't believe me. Nobody listens to me. Ever. And I'm always right. Okay, so there's a story behind why I'm always right. It's not that I'm always right. What it is that I don't offer information to topics I don't know. So if I don't know for a fact about anything that we're talking about, I'm not going to offer my opinion. I'm not going to offer any information. I only speak when I know about what I'm talking about. And so it kind of gives me the illusion that I'm always right when I'm actually not. I'm just never wrong. Well, I can't say never, but it's rare. And so it's not being cocky. It's just that I don't add into conversations unless I know it. So, his beard would feel amazing between my thighs. Yeah. Just remember that it's probably feeling amazing between her thighs. The Batman soundtrack. Throw it. Yeah. I wouldn't know. Oh, yeah, dating apps kind of soured me. I got too much stuff going on right now anyway. I got all these stories I got to get written. Yeah. All these stories to do in the next 2 or 3 months. So, yeah. I might go out, but I don't know. Michael is a savage. Yes, I am. I am a savage for me. Please. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Hey, look, 49 people are noticing me on LinkedIn. Michael, I gained back all the weight I lost. Well, can't do that. Oh, I already know that, Diana. Apparently Scrabble is the new dating app. What? That would actually be awesome for me because I love Scrabble, but I don't... Do you like play Scrabble and hit on people? I don't get it. I mean, this is something else I can't, that bothers me about like Twitter and all these other social media apps, is that flirting and like people wanting to, hey, let's hook up. Like, dude, bitch, you live in California. I'm not going to drive 1,200 miles for a piece of ass. So I hate it when, they start flirting with you and all that. And like, what do they expect you to do? Jump on a plane and come visit? Ugh. I'm fat. I had to buy bigger clothes. My clothes were ripping at the seams. I was becoming the Hulk. I do that now. Like, I got a lot of shirts that are way too small. But I've been adding like a lot onto my muscle on my shoulders. Like, I'm thinking I'm going to get a shirt just so I can rip it. Some guy asked me out. I was just like, I was trying to playing word. Oh my God. I was just trying to play word games. See, that's why I don't, maybe I'll never, maybe I'm not supposed to understand. I just don't get how you're playing a game with somebody who lives on the other side of the fucking world. And you're like, hey, want to go get some dinner sometime? Sure. You'll meet me at Olive Garden tomorrow at 6. It just, man, I don't know. I wonder if some games might match you with people in your locale, but I have yet to see one, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, it's like, dude, I can get really rude with that though. Anyway, I get called. I get catcalled all the time. I think it's because I have long hair and a big butt. Guys will roll down the window and try to talk to me. Maybe that's what I need. I need to add more to my ass and grow my hair out. No one ever catcalls me, but I never leave the fucking house. And if I do, I'm with Sam. And I tell you what, she's a cock blocker. Uh, um, Diana, do you like guys who are direct or passive? Passive more often than not. See, I'm passive. I don't often make the first move because I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. So, I I get my calls from whoever I'm with. Like, if someone looks like they're coming in for a hug, then maybe I'll hug them. But I won't initiate because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm creeping out on them. Then again, I have kind of a weird obsession of being the creepy old guy. So, howdy, all. Howdy, Rose. How's your evening going? I like shy, nerdy guys. Um, but Michael, you're a guy. You're right. No shit. That doesn't mean that, well, like back in the day when I was a teenager, I got whistled at all the time. Or like before when we are talking about it, I got my butt pinched at in the middle of Denver when we were watching the firework display on New Year's Eve twice. Um, that doesn't happen anymore. Maybe because I'm old. No, if I want to get my butt pinched now, I have to hang out at the old folks' home. I prefer beta male types. Uh, well, everybody does. I wouldn't say everybody does. That is not what I wanted to say, but it came out that way. So let's run with it. An alpha male doesn't have to announce to the room he's an alpha male. He just is. Hi, Mike. How's it going, Rose? How's everyone doing this evening? We're doing great. We've been bitching about all kinds of random shit. We kept going off. Went off on a rant about. I went kind of on a serious rant. Oh, about Chris Hemsworth apologizing for dressing up as an Indian. That's right. I feel like most girls I know are passive, except for that sexy girl who I work with who is very direct, but she is not my type, so it's annoying. Well, what a Chad thing to say. How is that a Chad thing to say? Like, it's the truth. The smartest man in the room doesn't need to announce he's the smartest man in the room. He just is. The same thing with the alpha male. The guys who try to announce themselves as being alpha and being aggressive, no, they're compensating for a lack of something. Mostly it's self-esteem. The alpha male doesn't have to announce he's the alpha male. He just is. Sorry, that's how it works. Exactly. If you have to say you're an alpha, you're not. It's presence. Exactly. See? Rose knows what I'm talking about. So, that's all I was saying. I wasn't trying to say that I was. I wasn't saying that I wasn't. I'm just saying. That's how it works. I guess I'm more passive. Definitely more of a supportive feminine woman. Well, like, I wouldn't say that I like, what's not passive, submissive. I'm not a big fan of submissive women, but I do like supporting and caring and being feminine. But I do love power and ambition. So, yeah, mix all that together. Everyone thinks I'm vegan and Canadian. Are those two exclusive? You have to be a vegan to be Canadian. I'm not vegan. I am a meat eater. I am very carnivorous. I don't, if you're vegan, that's fine. And, that's a life choice. But don't think that you're going to change me to eat kale. It's not going to happen. I'm a meat eater. Velociraptor. I'll eat it raw. I do like vegetables. Some vegetables. Like I would love, it sounds good right now. A 6-ounce pork chop made with my maple bourbon pork chop with a Caesar salad. Oh yeah, that would be good. Or one of the multitudes of burgers that Patrick keeps sending me in pictures. But two passive people will never work. No, see that's one of the what winds up happening is that there's no balance. You need to have a counterbalance to it. Otherwise, you both will. I can't think of the. Oh my god, my language skills. What the shit? It's one of the big reasons why Sam and I aren't together anymore. It's enables. She enables me to do shit that I don't want to do, and so. Yeah, two passive people doesn't work. You need that balance. Michael, once I saw a small green car with a license plate that said "Eat kale." I put a bumper sticker on his car at the parking lot that said "Eat shit." Kale is good in smoothies. Kale isn't good in anything. Sorry, I'm rambunctious and capricious. But when my gent has to go to bat, I'm going with him. No one's touching him. Yeah. That's cool. That's awesome. Support you guy. I'm sure he would do the same for you. I want my partner to be dominant. I don't. I want a partner in every sense of the word. I need my counterbalance. I need a yin to my yang. So when they say that opposites attract, that's probably why. It's because there's yin and yang, and you need to have that counterbalance to everything. Otherwise, shit just goes south. Okay, good night, guys. Have to get some sleep. See you Friday. Good night, Ron. I'll see you Friday night. Have a good week. You were so quiet this evening. A bit tired, run down. Take care, guys. Yep. Good night, Ron. Hopefully, I'll have my ebook done by this Friday and we can talk about it. That'd be cool. I'll hopefully be finished writing by Friday. That's the goal. Is that I'll be finished writing and then I'll start the editing process and uploading it to Kindle Direct. But yeah, no, kale doesn't go in anything. Toothpaste. That's about it. That's about it. AKA Michael wants a freak. Hey now. There's absolutely nothing wrong with freaks. Well, back in the day, I don't know, because I have yet to meet a mentally stable freak. I'm a dominant type A personality, but I don't like wimpy or pushover yes men. He has to have his own mind and thoughts, but I wear the pants. That's just how I am. Yeah. I want someone just like D-Bag, but devoted to me. Well, with the girlfriend. Kale is excellent food for rabbits. Right? There you go, Nat. Natasha's on my side. I tried. So, when I lived in LA, and I don't know, I've told this story before, but I don't know how many of you were here when I told it. When I lived in Los Angeles, I was staying at an Airbnb, and I was helping the guy run it. And so while he was in Wisconsin, I would stay in one of his rooms, and then I'd clean the house for him, and we'd have other Airbnb people in at the same time. Well, one of the first nights I was there, we had one of these tree hugger hippie guys, like man bun, beard. I mean, just totally, yeah, stereotype all the way. And he went out to Trader Joe's and bought these teriyaki seaweed snacks. And he left them in the fridge, or on top of the fridge. Well, he left, and I was cleaning out the room and all that. And if you leave food there at an Airbnb, it's gone. What are they gonna do? Ship it to you? So I had those, and I'm thinking, I wonder what these taste like. I like teriyaki, but I've never had a seaweed snack before. So I tried it, and it was this thin piece of paper that was. It tasted like the ocean with teriyaki flavoring. It was horrible. it was bad. Like way, way beyond. I can't even think of a way to make that good. It was horrible. So yeah, I'm not into kale or seaweed. Nat, honestly, I can't tell. I can tell. I can feel your energy through this chat. It overpowers me. Yeah, there you go. You're overpowering her. There's a movie in there. Yeah, I'm kind of blunt, but I say it like it is. If you want honesty, you'll get honesty. Yeah, I love honesty. Someone who enjoys the company of reptiles is usually more intense. Teriyaki seaweed, disrespectful. It was bad, I tell you. It was and so to this day, whenever we walk through Trader Joe's or through Costco, and Sam will point them out. It's like, hey, there's your favorite snack. I'm like, fuck no. No. Yeah, it was bad. Someone told me I'm like the sun baby in Teletubbies. I would punch him in the face. Snakes are surprisingly lazy animal that does nothing 90% of the day. Yeah. The girls have a snake in Sterling. I can't remember what he is. I used to have a rubber boa, and my uncle raised a 18-foot Burmese python named Baby. So I've been around snakes for a long time. I don't mind them much better than dogs. I don't know. It depends. I'm a dog and cat person. I'm mostly a cat person, but I like dogs. Male lions are pretty lazy too. Teriyaki seaweed sounds abysmal, like a pickle omelet. Pickle omelet. I have never. That's a good one. I'm gonna write that one down. We have to put that on a shirt. Teriyaki seaweed sounds like a pickle omelet. The female lions do more than males. Yes, but that's almost true in every animal kingdom relationship ish. If I had a snake, I would tell it to capture my crush on its coils, and it'd probably eat it. I love all animals. I am not into furry pets. Too much mess and drama. Adia Smith Jenkins. Good night, everyone. Oh, good night, Adia. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Rubber boas are cool. I don't see those too often. They're usually chill. Yeah, I caught my first rubber boa when we were at a family reunion in Utah. I can't remember exactly what park it was, but yeah, picked it up. It was just a little teeny guy. He wrapped around me, and I carried it around all weekend long. He was so cool. And he wasn't aggressive. He didn't try to bite me. I literally picked him up, and he wrapped up. Didn't squeeze. He just sat there and chilled out with us the whole weekend. Like, awesome. Then we caught a bunch of water snakes, too. But yeah, that rubber boa was pretty neat. I love all animals. I'm just am not into furry pets. Too much mess and drama. Yeah, drama, not so much. Mess, definitely. Like, I'm having to vacuum and brush and shit all the time. Those things just don't go together. Seaweed goes with seafood. It tastes like the ocean at low tide by itself. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's what it is. The ocean at low tide with teriyaki flavoring. that was it. It's nasty. It needs to be in a soup or sushi rolls. I don't even think I'd put it in a soup. It was bad. Sounds like a poop flavored lollipop. Teriyaki meat. or an edible vegetable or nothing. Yeah, there you go. Poop flavored lollipop. Do they have a poop flavored bean? Like I used to, when Harry Potter was coming out and it was all big popular, and Jelly Belly was making the every flavored beans. I would go down to Target and purposely buy boxes of the Harry Potter ones because they had like grass and vomit and shit like that. And then I'd mix it with the jelly beans at the house, which would piss Sam off because she loves jelly beans. So I'd mix in all the different flavors. So my jar was a jar of every flavored bean. Yeah, it's crazy when you're sitting there chowing down, you get root beer, you get chocolate, and all of a sudden earwax. Ruins your night. Yeah, American bows are chill usually. Rosy bows are like that. Yeah, he was pretty. It was. I wish I would have kept him, but I was 12 at the time, and the adults told me to let him go, so I did. I'm a total cat person. I'm planning on getting one sometime. I am too. I'm a big cat person. Sorry, I was under my other login name. Yep, I gathered as much, Neil, because I remembered your name. KDC says, "Did you hear that hippos are now considered people under U.S. law?" What? You lie. I'll have to look that up. I love cats, but they claw stuff, they pee and poop on stuff, they shed, they knock over stuff, knock stuff over. I've had many, but no more. Well, as long as you keep the cat box clean. They do knock shit over. They're cats. Like they're douchebags. That's what. Once you realize what a cat is, it's easier to live with them. Dogs do all that and more. Fuck dogs. I love dogs. I like dogs. I had a Rhodesian Ridgeback and a Black Lab, Bandit and Pandora. And when it came to the girls, when they were little, like 3 and 4, playing in the yard, a fenced yard, they didn't go outside without the dogs because nobody was coming into my yard and living to tell about it. Bandit and Pandora would have destroyed anybody who came in the yard for the girls. So that's 180 pounds, 185 total pounds of teeth and mean. But yeah, my dogs are my babysitters. I'll pet other people's dogs, cats, or whatever. I just prefer only reptiles and fish in my own house. Yep, I'm a big fan of fish. I want fish and a bearded dragon. I grew up with hippie parents who rescued animals. I worked in the zoo as a teen. That would be fun. I'm kind of envious of that one. Yes, I'm like, oh, piss people off when they get sweaty sock flavored amidst cotton candy wrapple. Yeah, that's what I used to do. Oh, she'd get so mad because I'd go down and I'd buy like a bunch of boxes of the Harry Potter beans, and then I'd buy like $20 because at Target at the time you can get Jelly Bellies in bulk, and so I can scoop them. And so I'd make these big bags of jelly beans, and she'd be so excited because she loves Jelly Bellies. I broke that habit. But yeah, I kind of liked grass and dirt and pepper. I liked those. So I just got burned out on pet ownership. Yeah, it happens. No, Michael, that's their way of trying to participate. Start for another time. Which one? Who's participating? I lost what you were talking about, Diana. Sorry. Lived 40 years of my life with nonstop animals. At 41, I said enough. Being pet free for 3 years, and I love it. Yeah, I would, but sometimes I get lonely, and my cat is there. Not in the way you think. Max, unconditional love is what a pet gives you, and I love all my pets like kids. I've been raising cats and dogs since I was 5. Cats exist for their own amusement. My boys are some irreverent little buggers. Yep, exactly. When cats were revered as gods for the past 2,000 years, they kind of built themselves a little bit of an ego. Well, speaking of Max, what's up? This is my big girl right here. Hi, come here. Come on, you can make it. Oh, ugh. Almost 20 pounds with a cat. Oh, Max. Yep. And I will never have a mouse problem. Ever. Because every one of you are killers. I kill plants, but I'm good with animals. I don't kill plants. My cats kill the plants. Actually, I have a coleus that is now 6 feet tall in my living room. It stretches across my bay window in the living room, and I've kept it alive for 4 years now. And the cats don't mess with it. And the coleus is really cool. It's green with red leaves, or red inner leaf. It's multicolored. They're pretty cool, except for I have one that mutated and doesn't have the red. That came off the same branch. So, and a coleus is one of the most hardy, easy to care for plants in the world. Like if you break a branch off a coleus, you just drop it in water, it will root up. Even its leaves will form roots in order to keep itself alive. So they're pretty damn indestructible. Working in a zoo was fun, but it's dangerous. Filthy job with very low pay and not much room to advance. I would probably do it because I'd be around the animals. I bet you a lot of people do that for that reason. I think plants are overrated because you just end up getting dirt everywhere and they die so easily. What? You're not supposed to be playing football with a plant. It sits in the corner. What are you doing? How do you get dirt everywhere? I worked with camels. They are okay. Zebras are awful. And I refuse to work with primates or big cats. They're super nasty and dangerous. Yeah, I agree. Big cats are dicks. Like, the males will spray you if you're anywhere near the fucking cage. You're going to get showered. But I would do it because I love big cats. Flamingos are cool and pretty chill, but all birds smell and are nasty. They're really foul and eat shrimp, so they stink. Yeah. Flamingo. I got to see a couple of flamingos in LA. I have blue jays here. I love my blue jays. I have the same 5 blue jays that come down. Well, I got 4 blue jays and a pinyon jay that come down every year. And I feed the squirrels, and the squirrels will drop the rest of the corn on the ground, and then the blue jays come and pick up the corn. And so I feed all the neighbor animals. All animals stink? Not necessarily. I would grow roses, though. I love roses. Yep, I do too. They're not mean birds, but they're sort of dumb. If one attacks, they all attack. They're filter feeders. But the beak can be a weapon and it hurts. Yeah, I bet. I had to do an incident report. They asked me, I was like, I got attacked by a flamingo. Geese. Oh, I don't know about flamingos, but geese are fucking aggressive. And here in Denver, we got a lot of them. Like, if you're at the park and trying to relax and hang out at the pond, they will attack you. And geese are fucking mean. Like Canadian geese, they're really big ones. And they don't just pinch, they bite. The dicks. That's because they don't like being locked up in cages. I love birds. They weren't in cages. The flamingos were in a huge enclosure with a huge pond. Yeah, it's like most of the birds that Denver's, I can't say most of them, but a lot of the birds at Denver Zoo are actually free range. They just hang around the zoo because they get fed. But like the geese are dicks. I mean the big cats. About being locked up in cages? Yeah, probably. Unfortunately, nowadays, though, with all the poaching that goes on, it's the only way to keep their species alive. Because people are dicks, huh? I think poachers ought to be shot on sight. A lot of them are, actually. Like, I can't... I hate poaching in general. It's... Especially when you're going after animals like tigers and elephants, because you think that their bones give you some kind of medicinal purposes. Everything can be synthesized in the 21st century. There's absolutely no reason to kill an animal just because you think it's going to give you a heart on. It pisses me off. There's another rant. That's a different channel though. I can't stand poachers. Flamingos aren't as mean as geese. They're more like really tall, kind of dumb ducks. Dumb ducks are chickens. Geese are just dicks. Oh yeah, tigers do not belong in zoos. They're usually obese and really unhealthy. Depends. I would prefer tigers not be in zoos, but if it wasn't for people killing them en masse, we wouldn't have to keep them in zoos. Did you know that in the 20th century, 5 subspecies of tigers became extinct because we hunted them to death? And we're about to lose the Indian tiger as well. And Siberian tigers weren't doing very well at the very beginning of the century either, because people are dicks. They want their fur, they want their bones. They think that especially in China, where everything is a medicine, but everything can be synthesized. Welcome to the 21st fucking century. It's sad, really. Elephants too. They don't do well in zoos. Giraffes do okay. They're like a huge deer or horse. As long as they have enough space, they're cool and strong and don't get preyed on. Giraffes are kind of mean, though. They can kick humans, and the kick can be fatal. Well, yeah. Take your head off, man. I hate trophy hunting, pure evil. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of trophy hunting. In fact, I don't know anybody personally who does. Like, there's times where we go hunting and we take a trophy, but everybody in my family will eat the entire fucking deer. So there are times where I'd come home from school and my stepdad would have corpses of deer hanging in the basement. Kind of disturbing, but hey. Yeah, we eat everything we kill, so. But to go out and shoot an animal because you've never done it before and you don't care about the meat, that pisses me off. Just to see what it's like. Like, well, I had one of those. I probably talked about it before, when I worked at the butcher block. We had this one guy who comes out to hunt an antelope. Okay, so an antelope is a little bit, maybe 5 pounds larger than a fucking lab. These are very, very small deer-like creatures. You don't need to use a 7mm to take down an antelope. The guy hit it and killed it, and it looks like he hit the fucker with a howitzer. The hole was this big around, and like, at least it didn't suffer. So he brings us in this animal that is blown to bits from this fucking high-powered rifle. A .22 will kill an antelope. He brings in this obliterated animal, and we're like, oh, well, there's really not much more we could do with it. I mean, we can turn it into sausage or beef jerky. I'm like, what do you want to do with it? And he's like, I don't know. I've never killed anything before. I've never killed an animal before, so I just want to see what it was like. And the anger I felt. My ex, Sherry, was about to stab him. We were pissed. So I'm like, you know what? There's really not much more we can do with this antelope. We're going to turn it on to fucking sausage and be done with it. So antelope, because of the way they graze in Wyoming, it's all sage. And so they're pretty sagey. And we sausaged and beef jerkied as much as we could of this poor animal. And he never came back for it. So we wound up eating it, which tasted kind of horrible. Antelope beef jerky tastes like burnt dog food. I wasn't a big fan. But, you know, it just... people like that just need to be punched in the dick. Okay, so let me catch back up with hunting here, or with chat. Um, I've been kissed by a giraffe once. It was kind of gross. We should call it trophy murdering and call it what it is. Yeah. Yeah, you can pet them if you're on a platform. Giraffes like people. Yeah, they do. Giraffes are pretty fucking awesome. I kissed a human once and it was gross. Well, then you're doing it wrong. As long as you're not near their legs, you can pet their head. They usually won't bite. Same with a horse. Don't approach a horse from the back. Um, I miss Ribbon. I had a horse that was like 15 hands tall. You fucking big horse. And she used to go around with me everywhere when I worked at Kids Ark. She was a fun horse. That's the one that stapled my foot into the ground. I don't have an issue with ethical hunting. I have an issue with poaching and trophy hunting. Yes, exactly. Like my dad. Well, my dad's a part of Ducks Unlimited, and so they have their duck stamps. They go out and duck hunt, but the money that they get goes towards preservation of ducks and their habitats. So, but like to go out and kill anything because you've never done it before is just, I don't know. Or out of season hunting. I don't like that either. Or you want a picture of yourself shooting a fucking rhino with an elephant gun with a 10 gauge. And so you pose like, look how big of a man I am. I shot something. Yeah, because that's manly. A real man would use the claymore. Anyway. But no, yeah, I'm not into. Anyway, I get worked up when I think about poachers. I hate when people take photos. That's why I used to sponsor Siberian tigers because the money that I donated to the Hornacher Wildlife Institute, and they would actually buy big, huge chunks of land in Siberia to protect Siberian tigers, and there's still poaching going on in there too. They try to hire people to hunt the poachers, but that's what they should do. Is hire people to hunt poachers. That'd turn that into a whole different game, wouldn't it? Anyway, I hate when people take photos of the animals they kill. Neanderthals, does it make them feel like a man? I'm not impressed. Yeah, it does. They think that they're Billy Badasses. And anybody can pull a trigger. I'm not a fan of trophy hunt. I'm a big hunter. It puts food on the table. Yep, see, this is my sister here. We were raised as hunters, and we eat what we kill. Their hides get turned into clothes or blankets, and their antlers get used for many things. If I get a big one, cool. Yeah, my dad turned an antler into a knife handle. That was fucking amazing. He filled it with resin and got a knife blade to go with it. It was awesome. So yeah, the antlers can be used in a lot of different things. But yeah, we keep it all. So yeah, I'm glad we agree. Well, as long as people obey the law, I could give a fuck what people do. Deer aren't endangered in America in most states. Yeah. I won't eat a buffalo. I won't eat buffalo burgers. They were on the endangered species list a long time ago. And I know that buffaloes are now raised for the purpose of eating like cows are. But I still have an issue eating them because they were on the endangered species list. So I probably will never eat one. At least willingly. Like, I'm not gonna like throw up and throw a fit if I accidentally eat a buffalo burger, but I won't purposely eat them. It's just, I'm funny that way, I guess. I eat meat. Yes, I eat meat too. Wait, Michael, why are you mad? I missed it. Oh, about poaching. Yeah. I get worked up over poaching. So that makes me mad. And my family, Neanderthals, it's pride. Neanderthals, it's pride. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Patrick. So that makes me, in my family, Neanderthals, it's pride. Oh, for trophy hunts? But yeah, can you really get pride over being able to pull a trigger? Like, I don't, as far as I know, I mean, we don't, do you go out and kill an animal just so they can take a picture and leave the body? Like, no, we wind up eating it, right? We use the pelts, we use the antlers. So it's not necessarily a trophy hunt. We're talking about the people who go out and kill a rhino and pose with it in Africa on these fucking safaris just so they can get a picture of themselves holding a gun. Any jackass can pull a trigger. I don't understand why it would be prideful. There's some, like, we've come across some decent sized deers, and that can be prideful, I guess. But we're talking about the ones who go out and kill for the sake of killing without eating it or using anything on it, just to blow it away and be done. That is, yeah, that sets me off. So he was a frog. I'm still waiting for my Prince Charming. I think I missed something. I wear leather, but I eat beef. Cows aren't endangered. Yeah, I eat beef too. Bare fist against a wild animal if you're bad, right? You want to impress me, take it on hand to hand. That's one of the big reasons why Dad does the bow hunts, is because a rifle's too easy. I'm not sure if he's ever actually bagged a deer. It's a lot harder to kill a deer with a bow than it is with a rifle. Fur isn't considered classy in Vegas. It's considered ghetto. They give spray painted recycled fur coats to homeless people, so it made them really unfashionable here. Nice. We're talking when it comes to the furs, is like when you're tanning the leathers, and so they can turn the leathers into so much more than just clothes. We've made all kinds of shit out of leather with my grandpa's stuff. That's good to hear. Most of hunters are part of some clubs of some sort. It puts money back into your wilderness. Yeah, like Ducks Unlimited. That's what I was talking about. So that kind of stuff is definite bonus. No, what was the story you told about that guy? About the guy that killed the antelope for shits and giggles because he's never done it before. Didn't even bother to research that you didn't need to hit the fucking animal with 100, what, Jesus, I don't know what grain a 7mm has, but you take down elk with a 7mm. You don't need to take down an antelope with one. It's like using a battleship cannon to sink a dinghy. It's overkill. You won't eat veal or foie gras or anything raised cruelly, but I eat beef, pork, chicken, fish, whatever. I don't remember the last time I've had veal, but yeah, beef, pork, chicken, fish, yeah, all of the above. My uncles used to hunt deer and whatnot. I personally don't like venison; it's too gamey. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of deer. I'll eat it, but yeah, I agree with the gaminess. Unless you tenderize it. If you tenderize it and season it well, then it's not too bad. Doc said she don't like pictures of people with dead animals. That how I took it. Yeah, but like when we're talking about that, what I'm thinking of is like, okay, here's a good. I don't want to get political, but when Don Jr. Did his fucking African safari pictures, there's only one reason why he was shooting that shit. And it's for the fucking photo op. They didn't eat that shit. And so it just, I don't know, it just pisses me off when people blow away an antelope and don't even come back for the meat. Dick. I don't know. I'm a firm believer in, if you're going to kill it, eat it. I never kill anything I don't intend to eat. That includes people. Kidding. My uncles used hunt deer and whatnot. I personally don't like. Okay, we talked about that. Well, I like you, Patrick, so I'm not mad. I just think it's disrespectful to the animal. But Diana, it's really not. Like, we'll take pictures of, like, if you could take down a 6-pointer, that's an impressive rack. Like, yeah, take a picture of that bad boy. But we don't just, like, take the picture and say, yay, look what we did. No, we'll skin it. We'll use the leathers. We'll eat the meat. So, and use the antlers. Like, I think my first 2 point was probably still at mom's house somewhere in the basement, but we still ate it. And like I said, Dad turned an antler into a knife, which was one of the most beautiful handled knives you'll ever come across. So we're not just blowing shit away to laugh and have a good time. So there's two different types of hunters. Exactly. Now an arrow take a lot skill and precision to use for a hunt. Yep, it does. Dad sent an arrow through a deer and into a tree, and he tracked it for like half a mile, but it went over a cliff. And by the time he got down the cliff, it was gone. So he doesn't know if maybe the deer survived the fall or if somebody was driving by and picked up the corpse. But sometimes when you have that was when he first got his Mirage bow, and that thing was fucking ruthless. He would put pencils through trees. So it's a lot more difficult to do a bow hunt than it is a rifle. Like when I killed my deer when I was 12, and I used a Lons 270, shot it once right through the heart, and haven't been hunting since because I felt bad. Like I'm not one of those vegan people, but I only hunt if I absolutely have to. Otherwise, I'm good with beef and chicken and fish. Oh, I love fish. You get me up in the mountains, I'll fish the shit out of a lake. I love fresh salmon. Lake salmon? Oh, yeah. That's some good shit. I'm getting way behind. Okay, me personally, I'm a lazy stoner. I'd rather go to the market or something to just buy meat. Exactly. Shooting some animal is way too much work unless I'm starving. Yeah, that's how I feel in that. Yeah, I have no problem with buying meat. And I have no problem with going on hunts with people. I'll stay at the camp. I'll cook. Yeah, I'll cook. I'll clean. I'll be the bitch. And actually, I'm a really good cook. So, yeah, you bring it to me. I'll make something awesome out of it. I just call me Gordon Ramsay of the fucking mountains. I just think it's very okay. Exactly now, I'm taking there. I wouldn't. I'm a mountain man. I kill a lot of things. Me personally, I'm a Legion owner. Okay, I read that. I think we misunderstood each other. Doc Patrick asked me if you said would include him with a picture of his elk he got. I wasn't sure. Why do humans have to intervene and kill ducks in order to help them? It sounds so counterintuitive. Because, like with any hunt, there's a reason why we have hunting seasons. Is because if you let a large part of it is population control, and then to reduce the onset of spreadable diseases. And when you have something like Ducks Unlimited, the money that they get goes towards preserving the habitat itself. So like a condo can't be built on a pond that was meant for ducks. That's what it's about. So when you have these groups that preserve the land specifically for these animals, it prevents people from ruining it. So there's a lot of shit that goes into it. You gotta look it up. There's a lot of hunting clubs out there that do some amazing work for the animals. So if you post any hunting pictures online, you leave yourself open to whatever people want to say about it. Exactly. If you don't want people's opinions, keep the photos to yourself. Yep, that's because it is so easy to hate on the internet nowadays. Not everything belongs to social media. It also depends on if you care. Some people look, this is my deer. If you don't like it, then that's on you. So, and yeah, gory images, even if you're proud and it's your heritage, some people won't understand that and will act like douchebags. Exactly. Doc, it's population control. If you're not, you have to run over your animals. Yep. See, I kind of covered that. So I'm way behind. Oh, he don't care about people's opinions. He just wanted to understand what everyone was talking about. I posted a meal once with steak and some vegan whined about it and had to block her. So what? People are idiots, right? So this on my Twitter was someone was showing. Whoa, wait a second. Was it you? Where the vegan and I said that my comment would have been that's one vote for. It was no, it was about stuffing in the turkey. What kind of stuffing do you use for your turkey? And vegan, and then some vegan guy was attacking her, saying, that some vegans use this group. Just make sure, just keep that out there. Like my response to him would have been, "That's one vote for stuffing the turkey with kale." Next, people, yeah, just gotta learn how to handle them. Just don't care. I see that fishing is therapeutic. Fishing is awesome. I'm just saying it's ironic to kill animals and have that money go towards helping those same animals. It there's a lot more rolled into it, Diana. It is beneficial. So, crap, past 9, bedtime. Sorry, guys. Good night. Good night, Angela. Have a good evening. I think I'm going to be wrapping it up here in a minute. But yeah, I love fishing. We go up to, I think it's Green River Lake here in Colorado, and it is the best lake salmon that you'll ever pull out. Oh, I did lemon pepper. I did another. I brought 2 spices with me specifically. I love lemon pepper trout, and so I had some of that. I'm trying to remember what we used on the salmon. It was a while ago. It was really good though. I love fresh fish off the grill. Pull it out, gut it, take its head off, skin it, throw it on the grill. Oh, good stuff. I'll eat the shit out of some fish. I'm just saying it's okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've been meaning to do research. I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, it's not a priority for you, and that's fine. But yeah, there's a lot of organizations that actually benefit a lot of these animals that people hunt. So I've always been a big fan of Ducks Unlimited because of that. So, oh lordy, God, we went. My Mondays are so sporadic. We go from different stories I want to be writing on vocal and getting published to talking about movies again and how most remakes suck. We wound up on hunting. None of which has to do with writing. How come people don't care about cows and pigs and other things to make clothes and food we all eat? Domesticated. That's why. When we domesticate a certain animal for a specific purpose, sheer volume will desensitize us. The same thing with violence in movies and violence in video games and certain topics on social media or whatnots. The more you're exposed to something, the less shocking it becomes. And so we've been raised with pigs and cows and chickens and fish. And so no one really, well, except for the PETA people and some of the like really hardcore anti-meat vegans. But for the most part, it's because we're desensitized. So when you hunt something like an elk or show something like a deer on social media, or it's another good one. I can't think of any offhand, but they're more common animals. And so people will take more offense to it because it's not something that's ingrained into society. And yeah, I've been to a few butcher blocks and feedlots, and they are nasty. And I feel bad for the cows, but I'll still eat the motherfucker. And there are some things that I think we ought to change, like how the chickens are kept. I like free range chickens, but there is a certain level of cruelty to certain things. So, but yeah, that's what it is. Is that we're desensitized to it. Let's see. Random thought. I used shampoo and conditioner for red hair, and it made it really effing red. Oh, nice. See, that'd be hot. I like red hair. It was red before, now it's like flame red. Holy hell. Nice. See, now you gotta share a picture. I like red hair. They only want to say the cute one. Yeah. Exactly, Patrick. Don't eat the koala bear. No. You give them the chance, I'll fucking eat anything. I'm carnivorous, I told you that. Man, fish is life. Yes, I love fish. Love the randomness, but I must off to bed. My bed, loves. Have a great rest of your nights. Good night, Rose. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Have a good evening. I'm going to be wrapping it up, so. And yeah, sorry, but this food talk is kind of boring. I'm a writer, not a chef or hunter. And food ethics, like, forget it. Where's the lamb sauce? Big fan of Gordon Ramsay. Anyway, yeah, we kind of went a little long on the food aspect of shit, didn't we? This has nothing to do with writing. No wonder why no one sticks around. I'm random, I'm sorry. I tend to go with the flow. So if you guys take me to places with food, I'm going to wind up talking about food. Oh, yawn. See how you are? All right, well, show me some red hair. I don't know. I'm a big fan of red. Like, bright red. Yeah. Or black. I love, like, dark black hair, too. Like, super black. Silk black. Good night, guys. Sorry. No problem, Patrick. Good night. Back to horror and sci-fi with red hair. Yeah. Oh, so I guess I will end the night with talking about what I'm going to write next, which I don't really fucking know yet. Trying to get some ideas, but I want something impressive, especially if I want to win the $5,000. And even if I don't, I'm sure I'm a good enough writer to where I'll get a bit of an audience off vocal from it. So, like I said before, I'm going to win no matter what. I'm going to have a story that's going to be worth reading, even if I don't win the $5,000. So, I want to live in a cool big city, but I want it to be conservative. Good luck with that. Most people live in a city, and I won't be rude. I like all hair colors. Yeah, my daughter is dyeing her hair red. It's more of an auburn red, I guess. We've been we've been dyeing the girls' hair since they were like 4, so they've like Pepsi can blue. They've done green. Purple was an awesome one, especially in Erebus hair, where it went red, but the underneath it went purple. It was so cool looking. That's a badass color. It's not even that way here in Oklahoma. It's so sad. Try Iraq, they're conservative. Saudi Arabia. Michael, don't laugh at my dreams. I'm not laughing at your dreams. I'm just saying it's not going to happen. I hear Texas is clearing out. Maybe we can score a deal. See, this is why we don't talk about politics. Oh, the red going into purple. That was amazing. I'll have to see if I can find that picture. I just want to be a conservative guy. Speaking of endangered species. Yeah, well, that's because they won't cover their... that's because COVID is killing most of them. That's what I don't get. The Republican Party doesn't realize they're killing their base. Whatever. Anywho, I don't want to get political. Oh, I thought about moving to Texas. I don't know what to write about. Sci-fi and horror. What about a fantasy? I don't know. I don't want to fall back on like my defaults. I want to like come up with something different. Try Moss, the conservative guys there. Okay, Nat, quit being rude. Hmm. I don't know. I think I'm thinking too much about it. I think I'm really driving myself nuts over over nothing really. I'm overthinking it is what it is. What I should do is I should just do what I did with Despair and Seven. Sit down and just start writing. In fact, I think that's how I started with Predator and Prey as well. So I think I'm overthinking it. Is what it is. I should just start. Nearly 1 million people die every year because of of abortion. Okay. Well, if you're gonna go that route, you know how many people die from obesity? Or let's go ahead and chalk up car accidents. What about alcoholism? What about the people who die from drowning at sea? Don't like abortion, don't have one. It's not that hard. I never had one. I was careful. Yeah, see? Exactly. And I don't perceive to tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. So I think it's archaic. Anywho, I'm trying to steer it away from politics. People quit. Or drinking or cancer. Exactly. Or firearms. There's a good one. But no, we don't want to talk about that because that's not lining our pockets. Or secondhand smoke. Exactly why so I get so worked up about COVID. I'm not getting worked up over it. I just think it's funny that the Republicans are pushing this anti-mask, anti-vax belief, and the people who are dying now are their base, which means it's going to make it really difficult for them to win any elections in the future. So, yeah, go ahead. Kill yourselves. You're annoying, sweetie. Okay, let's tone it away from politics. Let's talk about writing, or let's. I guess we can end it. It's 9:30, guys. It's getting pretty late. I don't want to. I don't like it when we go political. So, I would like to figure out something to write. I'll have to think about that. And then I'll probably make a video about what I'm doing on vocals soon. Oh, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to do. So, alrighty, we're going to call it a night before I alienate everybody. Ooh. Need to moderate your chat better, dude. You know, I may, yeah. Any plans for Halloween? No. I'm gonna be streaming. Well, the girls are now all teenagers, and so they're doing their homecoming thing that weekend in Sterling, so they don't have a way down, and so I'll be here by myself. And so it'll be just me and the boy, my 22-year-old. We're gonna play Phasmophobia on Halloween on YouTube, so that'll be fun. I'm working on a ton. I was here to get inspired. Thanks a lot for that. Instead, I got to listen to a mega rant. See, I don't like it when we do that crap, so. But I'm sorry, Nat. Trying to catch up here. Yada, 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 yada. All right. Yeah, that's why I try to keep it non-political, but people are dropping like flies. So let's call it a night. Working on a cursed object story. That would be cool. Alright, I might have to... Am I going to have to start taking... abilities away? It will chase good chatters away. Well, normally everything is fine as long as we stay away from politics, which is why I didn't want to do the politics thing, and I am about to drop the hammer on a lot of shit here. So let's be civil, shall we? Anywho, yeah, let's go ahead and call it a night before it gets worse. So it's a hard call sometimes, but it's gotta be done in some cases. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it was the whole chat. Just when we keep steering towards conservatism. What it is, Nat, is that I am accepting of everybody as long as we keep it civil. And I think tonight has been... People are going a little bit too on either side, a little bit much, I think. So... No, I get it, and I get it, Nat. It's no problem. But I am accepting of everybody. And I think tonight we just kind of got a little bit out of hand. So I think we should have probably ended it at the half hour ago. But, so let's go ahead and call it a night. Before we really fuck things up. Good night, everyone. Take it easy. Better luck next stream. Yeah, well. Good night, Ned. Have a good evening. And thank you everybody for watching. Anyone writing Halloween stories? No. I wanted to. And I want, yeah. There was so much more I wanted to do with this fucking month, but it didn't go that way. I didn't come here for politics or religion. I'm a professional writer. Yeah, I get it. Have a good night, everyone. Tuesday morning at 11 for Crossing Colorado. Other than that, we will be back on Friday. Yes, I'll be back on Friday doing the podcast with a writing topic. Crossing Colorado is going to be fun tomorrow because Sam's going to be doing it from Sterling, which is going to be an adventure. So, I value my brain and my time, so do others. On that note, I'm out. Good night, Nat. Have a good night. And, yeah, we're calling it. So, anyway, have a good evening. See you guys on Friday. Let me get here and